Hello students, this is question from electrostatic and collision, a combined application of electrostatic concept and the collision concept. We have three plates A, B, C, three conducting plates A, B, C are there, and the charges on plates are given as there are charges on the plate. So plate number A, it has a charge of minus Q. Plate number B, it has a charge of plus small q, and the plate number C, it has a charge of plus capital Q. So these are the charges on the plates, right? Separation between the plate B and C is small d. It is given that plate A is fixed in its space, plate B is also fixed, whereas plate C can move. This is given in this question part. It can move. Further, it is given that if the collision between the plate C and plate B will be perfectly elastic, right? And the mass of plate C is also given. The mass of plate C is given as small m. So there is a collision between the plate B and plate C, and that collision is perfectly elastic. And after the collision, when plate C and plate B collide with each other, after that plate C will move away from plate B, and when it is again at a distance of d from the plate B, we have to find out its velocity part. That is the question. Okay, so this is the question. We have to find out what is the velocity of plate C after the collision at a distance d from plate B. This is my question. Okay, so we will solve it in 3 steps now. First of all, the distribution of charge in this case will be, if you follow the distribution of charge, you have minus q at this plate, plus small q here, and plus capital Q here. So the total charge on the system, the total charge which the system have, is equals to minus q plus small q plus capital Q, which is plus of small q. We know that half of this charge, which is q by 2, that half of the charge q by 2 will be distributed on this right hand side, and remaining half will be distributed on the left hand side. That is the distribution of charge on system of parallel conducting plates. The charge on the right side of A, can be obtained by conservation of charge. It has a total charge minus capital Q. Out of minus capital Q, if positive q by 2, positive small q by 2 is on the left side, then the charge on the right side of plate A should be its total charge minus q minus the charge on the other side of plate. And there is one more concept, that charges on the facing surfaces are always equal in the magnitude and opposite in their nature. So whatever charge is on the right side of this plate A, the same value of charge with a positive sign will be on the left side of plate B. So charge on the left side of plate B has to be plus q and plus small q by 2. The charge which is on the right side of plate B can be obtained by subtraction of this left side charge from the total charge on plate B. Total charge on plate B is plus small q, and the charge on the left side of plate B is capital Q plus small q by 2. So if you subtract the charge on left side from the total charge, you will get the charge on right side, and which I get as q by 2 minus of capital Q. Now just opposite to this surface, which is the left side of plate C, we must have a charge opposite of this value, and that will be capital Q minus small q by 2. So this is the charge distribution in the initial state before the collision. Now when the plate B and plate C will collide with each other, remember. So at the time of collision, when plate B and plate C collide, the situation will be like this. Plate number A is fixed, plate number B, and plate number C will be just in touch with plate number C, will be colliding, plate number C collide with the plate B now. So this is the situation. Plate A is fixed, plate B and plate C, they are colliding. So this is the situation during collision. So during collision, what will happen? The charge which was on the right side of plate B and the charge which was on the left side of plate B. The charge on the right side of plate B was Q by 2 minus capital Q, and the charge on the left side of plate C was capital Q minus Q by 2. Remember, these two surfaces will touch when their plate B and plate C will collide. These two will collide. Okay. So these two surfaces will touch each other. The right side of plate B and the left side of plate C, they will touch each other at the time of collision. So these two charges are equal and opposite, and when they touch each other, the total becomes 0. They will become 0. Total value will become 0. So the charges on the right side of B and the left side of C will disappear. These two charges will cancel each other, and then the remaining charges are as on plate A, Q by 2 on the left side, and this minus of capital Q minus Q by 2 on the left side. Whereas to the left side of plate B, you will have capital Q plus Q by 2 to the left side, and to the right side of the plate C, you will have Q by 2. Remember, the space between B and C will be now free of charge. There will be no charge between the plate B and plate C. After that, plate C will separate from plate B. There will be separation between the plate B and plate C. So the situation will be like this. Plate A at its place, plate B at its place, and plate C is now moving away from plate number B. So this plate A is at the same place, plate B is at the same place, but the plate C is now moving in this direction, and let's say it is moving with a speed V. Okay. So the problem starts from here. First of all, plate C will be attracted towards B. There will be a force of attraction due to which plate C will approach towards plate B. Then B and C will collide. So this is the first step. Second step is a collision between B and C. And the third step is the separation of B and C. Now, B and C are in a process of separation. Step 1, the plate C and plate B are in the process of approach. They are approaching each other, then they are colliding, and then finally they are separating. Now plate C has a velocity v and it has a mass of m. Remember, there is no charge here. This space is free of charge. No charge on the left side of plate number C. Now if you compare this space with the initial arrangement, then in this space, which is the space between plate B and plate C, the space between the plate B and plate C, in this space, earlier we had a charge distribution, and therefore there will be some energy in this space. Let's say that energy is E1 because of presence of charge. There will be an electric field in this space, and when electric field is present in any space, there is some energy in that space corresponding to the electric field. And now in the same space, there is no energy. The energy in this space is now 0. So the initial energy which was in the space between B and C has become zero, and actually this energy is transformed in the kinetic energy of plate C, because the total energy has to be conserved. Energy can be transformed. So the energy of electric field in the space between plate B and plate C is transformed as the kinetic energy of plate number C after the collision. And therefore, the energy of plate C, which is kinetic energy, can be written as, you can write down this energy as half small m v square will be the initial energy in space between plate B and C, in space between plate B and plate number C. And the energy in a space between two parallel plates, energy in space between two parallel conducting plates, can be obtained by the capacitor relation, can be obtained. It is similar to the formula of energy of capacitance. And according to the formula of energy of capacitance, it is square of charge divided by 2 times of capacitance. So you will consider capital Q minus Q by 2 as the charge, and the square of this charge divided by twice of capacitance between the plate B and plate C, which will be cross-sectional area capital S epsilon naught divided by D. That is the basic formula of a parallel plate capacitor. So Q is square by 2C. That was the energy. This space can be considered as a capacitor. You can think as space between B and C as, you can think the space between B and C as a parallel plate capacitor which had some initial energy, and now that capacitor is discharged. The same capacitor has zero energy now, and that means the energy which is released by this capacitor is transformed into kinetic energy of plate C. In this way, you can find out what is the velocity v of plate C, and that was our question. I hope this concept is clear to you. Okay, as always, you can write your message in the comment box, or you can ask through WhatsApp or any other medium. Take care, stay at home, and all the best for your JEE examination.